It's the kind of Hollywood breakup that doesn't just end in unfollowing each other on Instagram. It ends with a $31.5 million check. Imagine your old manager asking you to cough up over $30 million after you've parted ways. Now imagine it's the same guy who discovered you on YouTube when you were barely tall enough to see over a mic stand. That's right. Justin Bieber and Scooter Braun, once an unstoppable pop culture duo, are officially done. And no, this isn't a drill or another social media stunt. Multiple credible sources are reporting that the former manager-artist pair have finally reached a financial settlement 2 years after cutting professional ties. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. What happened? Why the huge payout? Is there bad blood? Or is this just the final invoice on a very long and complicated business relationship? We're unpacking the entire roller coaster, from the very beginning of their bromance to the bombshell $31.5 million payout in 2025. So grab your popcorn, because the behind-the-scenes drama of one of music's most iconic partnerships is juicier than a Season 3 reality show finale. Before the Bentleys and Grammy stages, there was a 13-year-old kid in Stratford, Ontario, singing Neo covers on YouTube. Enter Scooter Braun, a young, hungry talent manager who stumbled across Justin Bieber's homemade videos in 2007 and said, "This kid is the future." Scooter wasn't wrong. He flew Justin and his mom, Patty Millette, to Atlanta and introduced them to Usher. From there, a star was born. What followed was a meteoric rise that felt straight out of a Disney Channel original movie, with Bieber fever sweeping across the globe and Braun steering the ship. But what happens when the prodigy becomes the master of his own brand? When the student starts questioning the teacher? You can probably guess where this is going. For years, they were inseparable. Scooter wasn't just Justin's manager, he was a mentor, a big brother, and sometimes even a damage control specialist. Remember that period of mugshots, monkey abandonment, and collapsing on stage? Scooter held it all together, managing both Justin's image and his sometimes chaotic career. But as Bieber matured, both musically and personally, he began to redefine what he wanted from his career and from the people in it. Behind the scenes, sources say tensions had been simmering since 2021. Justin, newly married, deeply involved in his faith, and increasingly private, wanted more creative control and freedom. The era of Justin Bieber as a fully managed teen heartthrob was over. Still, few expected a clean break. And no one predicted the $31.5 million twist. Let's talk money. Because let's face it, $31.5 million doesn't just happen. This isn't a casual, "Oh, I forgot to Venmo you" situation. In 2022, Justin was set to embark on his massive Justice World Tour. Tickets were sold. Venues were booked. Anticipation was sky-high. But then, the cancellations began rolling in. Citing health issues, including his battle with Ramsay Hunt syndrome, Justin pulled the plug. That left a lot of money on the table, and even more already spent. According to insiders speaking to People and TMZ, Scooter and his company, Hybe America, formerly Ithaca Holdings, had fronted the money Justin owed to the tour's promoter, AEG Presents. That number? A staggering $26 million. Add in $5.5 million in unpaid commissions from previous deals, and you've got yourself a very awkward invoice between old friends. So the million-dollar question becomes, was this a betrayal or just business? Let's be real, celebrity relationships are complicated. But there's something uniquely intimate about a manager-artist dynamic. It's not just about bookings and contracts. It's about trust, reputation, and often, family-like bonds. Which is why this public payout has fans and insiders whispering, did Scooter betray Justin? Or did Justin ghost his mentor and leave him holding the bag? Some reports claim Justin wanted out of Braun's management company long before the tour imploded. Others say Braun stepped away first, focusing more on his role at HYB and less on individual clients. And then there are the more emotional takes, that this wasn't just a business breakup, but a personal one. That Bieber had outgrown Braun, not out of arrogance, but necessity. So, was it a clean-cut evolution? or a full-blown falling out masked by press releases. You'd think that after a $31.5 million payout, someone would at least tweet about it, right? Nope. News reached out to both Justin and Scooter's reps. The response? Radio silence. Not even a cryptic IG story. And for celebrities who've made headlines for less, remember when Bieber deleted his Instagram over Selena drama? The quiet is almost louder than any statement. That silence? It's either very mature or very calculated. Maybe the final check was a way to put all the bad vibes to bed. Or maybe it's a band-aid over a deep, lingering wound. Either way, no one's denying that this payout marks a definitive full stop to a partnership that once made history. So what's next? For Justin, the post-Scooter era is both exciting and uncertain. He's taken long breaks from music before, each time returning with a new sound, a new attitude, and sometimes a new haircut. But in 2025, he's not just a pop star, he's a husband, an investor, and potentially his own manager. Could we see Justin move behind the scenes? Launch his own label? Return to gospel and more personal projects? As for Scooter, his empire is far from crumbling. With clients like Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, who also recently split from him, and a powerful seat at HYB America, he's still one of music's most influential players. But as multiple A-listers continue to jump ship, the bigger question looms: has Scooter Braun lost his magic touch? In pop culture, it's easy to root for drama. But there's something uniquely bittersweet about watching a relationship unravel that once felt so integral to someone's rise. Scooter discovered Justin. That's not up for debate. But does discovery equal lifelong ownership? Does an artist owe eternal loyalty to the person who gave them their shot? Or is that just the cost of doing business in a world where mentorship eventually gives way to independence? Fans are torn. Some are siding with Justin, saying he's earned the right to do things his way. Others say Scooter deserves every penny, and then some for helping build a global brand. And then there are those who wish things could have ended with a hug instead of a check. Sure, most of us don't have millions at stake or a sold-out tour to refund. But the heart of this story is incredibly relatable. Outgrowing someone. Being grateful, but needing space. Paying back what you feel you owe, whether emotionally, financially, or professionally, and trying to move forward with as little damage as possible. Whether you're Team Bieber, Team Braun, or just Team T, this saga is a reminder that every partnership has an expiration date, and the most powerful thing you can do is know when to walk away. With grace. Or at least with a check that clears. Will these two ever work together again? Never say never. Hollywood has a short memory, and stranger reconciliations have happened. But for now, the book appears to be closed. And maybe that's okay. Maybe the greatest flex isn't a reunion tour. It's being able to walk away from someone who helped build you, knowing you're still standing tall on your own. Let's flip the script for a second. If someone told you today that you had to pay your old boss $31.5 million, how would you feel? Furious? Grateful? Somewhere in between? Drop your thoughts in the comments, or better yet, share this story with your friend who definitely would ghost you if you ever made it big. You know the one. In a world where fame fades and partnerships fizzle, the real legacy is how we treat each other when the cameras stop rolling. And if you take anything from the Justin Scooter saga, let it be this. Friendships are priceless. But contracts? They have very real numbers. Speech balloon backhand index pointing down. What's your take?